Good evening, fellow Biafrans, men and women of goodwill and of good conscience. This is Radio Biafra presentation on this evening of the 26th of January 2019. We are live from London. I'm reaching you wherever you are on this planet Earth, from east to west, from north to south, from the upland and from the coastal regions of Biafra land. We call down the glory of the Most High God, Chukwu Okike, to come and indeed cover each and every one of us, hardcore, genuine, conscientious IPOB family members, wherever they are, individually and collectively, to continue to indeed imbue us with strength, with courage, and with every amount of tenacity to stay the course, to continue to set confusion into the camp of our enemies. The zoo called Nigeria, the corridors of power in the contraption called Nigeria can no longer be the same. IPOB is vindicated. Every event going on in that contraption called Nigeria is a vindication of what has been professed on this platform and what indeed we live on for posterity and for the rest of humanity to bear witness to. We ask the Most High God to sustain this in their lives and in our lives. May they continue to speak in hostile, antithetical, divergent languages among themselves, that they will never agree. Eventually, may the contraption called Nigeria, the most abominable entity on this planet Earth, collapse and indeed dismember, that the indigenous populations, component units will indeed go their separate ways, and if need be, reconstitute along in mutually acceptable terms and conditions to continue to indeed live side by side with one another. It is not by force. We ask you, the Most High God, as you sustain this pressure on the most abominable creation by mortal called Nigeria, we ask you to remember your promises to our ancestors, and by extension and implication all of us, present generation of Biafrans, that you shall restore our lost inheritance towards the land of Biafra. We are indeed at the forefront of making sure that everything is put in place to make every available opportunity seized by the people of Biafra a reality, to indeed eventually realize their ambition and goal. Men and women have died. May the souls of our gallant heroes and heroines who have paid the ultimate price that we may have our freedom continue to rest in your bosom, but may they never rest where these evil men and women are. May they continue to haunt and torment all of them until they dissipate and disappears from the face of this planet Earth. Allow us to stand under our lost inheritance when fully restored, to raise our voices in unison in a new symbolic covenant to praise your name forever, that the rest of humanity will bear witness to it, and that these are enemies will be of your name. Do this for us now, for we have no other but you. To this we say amen and amen and amen. He say. My name is Mr. 4. I am the deputy leader of indigenous people of Biafra from Abatete. Abatete is in the Demili is in Omambra is in Biafra land. Our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, is here in the United Kingdom. Of course, a lot of people have been asking a number of silly questions. Instead of going through the appropriate channel, they go on Facebook and yapping all manner of rubbish. Before our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, came to the United Kingdom, every necessary effort, both at diplomatic, both at political, both at social levels, security-wise, was made. And therefore, if anybody thinks that they can do anything funny, let them go ahead. Anybody that puts Nnamdi Kanu or IPOB to trial is also putting him or herself or themselves to trial. Go and ask the zoo called Nigeria why they could not indeed do the needful by making sure that the case of IPOB was given a due process. That due process was allowed to take place in the case of IPOB family members, including that of our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. They know that they are not going anywhere. They know that they are not going to make any headway. And indeed, eventually, they decided to go through all manner of unconventional means to try to subvert the cause of justice. And here we are today. Our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, is having some rest, and in the next couple of hours, not on this program, he's going to address the people of Biafra. And he sends his good wishes to each and every one of us and urges us to indeed remain more than ever before tenacious and committed to discuss, because victory is near. If you are doubting what is happening or what is yet to happen, look at developments in the contraption called Nigeria. It is all the way a vindication of IPOB's position. It is all the way the revelation that is yet to come, for which IPOB has been doing what is needful. The zoo called Nigeria is not a country. It is an abomination unto mankind. There is every amount of justification for anybody to go his or her own separate way, taking into account what is going on. People are being subjected to all manner of horrendous injustice, pains, difficulties, torture. There are cases of enforced disappearance, extrajudicial killing, extrajudicial incarceration of those who are not indeed in tune with the programs, with the policies of the Northern Hausa Fulani Islamic fundamentalists, who are having control over everything that concerns our people. And some people who are supposed to know are indeed pretending. The latest occurrence, the latest impunity that had just taken place was the removal of the Chief Justice of the zoo called Nigeria, Justice of Nohem. And as we speak, people are still preparing. They are still talking up, they are still having meetings upon meetings on what they need to do. Everything happening in the contraption called Nigeria has indeed reached a crescendo. And there is every justification for popular revolution to take place. But the zoo citizens will not do anything. They are in their comfort zones. Those criminal politicians and the businessmen who are by their sides are indeed eating. They are indeed making money over the misery and pains of their own people. And therefore, we don't want to do anything along the line of seeking justice for the oppressed. But very soon they will understand that even the ground and the premises where they are carrying out those their nefarious businesses will not be conducive for them anymore. The people's anger is rising, but it is also a vindication of what we've been saying before. Our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, indeed is a prophet, not fake prophets that we are seeing today. And therefore, every honor, every glory must be given to the Most High God, who has been propelling us on this journey to restoration and redemption. And to you hardcore IPOB family members, you need to be proud of yourselves. You need to indeed consolidate, because victory is coming your way. We have made a very wise choice, and it is a principled one indeed, that we shall boycott the forthcoming, already rigged, fraudulent presidential election of the zoo called Nigeria. It's election anyway, because what will happen on 16th of February 2019 is already written. It is now being manifested gradually. It is coming out gradually, and what is to come in the next days and weeks ahead will indeed marvel a lot of people. Those who are clamoring for PVC will be disappointed. This is what IPOB have seen and indeed insisted that we are not going to participate in any election because it's a waste of time and some people will even lose their lives. The only antidote, the only powerful antidote, the only powerful solution, best of it, remains the shutting down of the system, standing against the system of oppression, of injustice, of corrupt activities being perpetuated in very high and in low quarters, that the people being subjected to this horrendous experience will be able to speak their minds on issues that concern them. There is no government in the zoo called Nigeria. What we have is gangsterism, political gangsterism from Northern Hausa Fulani Islamic fundamentalists. And all those political parties that you are seeing, most of them are affiliates or maintaining pseudo presence for the main political parties. At the appropriate time, you will see their so-called presidential aspirants giving way, withdrawing for their masters. Meanwhile, they have made you to believe that they are genuinely fighting for your cause. All of them are the same thing. The system is inimically against our progress, and therefore everything humanly possible must be done. Make sure that the system does not continue. It doesn't matter the kind of person you put there to go and represent you, even if you put a saint, even if you put the Most High God there, the zoo system will corrupt him. And therefore, it is our considered opinion and a very principled position for us to indeed insist on what needs to be done in the next days and weeks ahead. Boycotting of the 2019 full-length presidential election of the zoo called Nigeria is a priority. Continue to evangelize, continue to disseminate this information, continue to, of course, sing it in the ears of your family members, friends, and even foes as well, that they are going to destroy themselves in the process. I don't know what else to say. A lot of things have happened in the past weeks, in the last 72 hours. So many things have been happening. People are still going about their normal way because they know. I think because they know that we have some intermittencies here and we will have to deal with it. People are going about their normal duties, pretending that there's nothing that has happened. People are going about their normal duties and giving you the impression that all is well. They cannot do anything, especially those who are in position to do something, because they are afraid of their future. They are afraid of discomfort that may come to them. And it is therefore the responsibility of the electorate, the responsibility of the masses to indeed know that their future is not safe in the hands of these criminal politicians. We cannot say it enough. We must consolidate as long as we are ideologically consistent, as long as we are tenacious, as long as we apply ourselves to duty. There is no going back. Victory shall be ours. The heart of this project will continue to pledge shall never be allowed to see corruption, and the gate of hell shall never prevail against it. You IPOB family members, you hardcore dedicated Biafrans should be proud of yourselves. Pat yourselves in the back, but also remember that this journey has just started and We have enormous responsibilities on our shoulders. Some people are saying that they are blowing up pipelines and all that. We don't believe in all this. Discipline is the key. Our people in both upland and coastal regions of Biafra land should understand that unless we fight for our freedom, unless we stand for what has held us together, everything else is peripheral. Everything is secondary. Resource control is not going to take us anywhere. Anybody embarking on resource control is deceiving him or herself, because they are going to come and settle you as usual, and you start saying something else. Fight for your freedom. Let the removal of the Chief Justice of the contraption called Nigeria Zoneha unite the people of Biafra, both in upland and from the coastal regions of Biafra land. All these our leaders have said in the past few weeks and months and even years back, and today we are grappling with the reality of the time. The ominous sign in the horizon is very, very bleak. The future is not bright at all, and therefore now is the time for us to make hay where the sun is still shining. We are on different platforms, other platforms, FM stations across Biafra land. We are of course taking particular attention, particular note of our FM station in different parts of Anambra, in different parts of Ebonyi. Our FM station in Akwa Ibom, I don't know whether it is up and running as we speak. Let our people confirm. Igocha FM station, we want confirmation from our people who are of course listening via the platform. We also are very much aware of the fact that our people in Asaba area are not indeed getting us on FM stations, but if anything changes in the positive, please let us know. We are trying to do everything humanly possible to make sure that everything is done in that direction to bring closer this gospel of restoration and redemption to our people via the installation of these FM stations. We are also asking our brothers and sisters individually and collectively to consider sponsoring satellite units for our people in different parts of Biafra land. We are asking them to also invest in the decoder. Some of them are in the neighborhood of 6,000 naira, 7,000, 10,000, 15,000. As much as you can afford, please sponsor satellite units, or as the case may be, decoders for our brothers and sisters in the remote areas of Biafra land, because this gospel restoration and redemption must be disseminated. Let people also from different communities in Biafra land come together, especially those abroad, those in diaspora, and sponsor our FM relay stations to make sure that every nooks and crannies of Biafra land are covered. We salute the courage of all those who have been doing something in that direction, and we urge you to consolidate. We have a new app, Radio Biafra app. Go to Google Play or Google Android Market. If you are using Android phone, simply go to it's a Google Store or Android Market, I should say, and download. Just type Radio Biafra app, and you will see that app. That app is remarkably an improved version of what we had before, and we urge you to share it, continue to share, continue to disseminate it. Our website, radiobiafra.co, should be up and running. RBL World should be up and running. I don't know about other websites, but we're trying to do something about it. Make sure that there are people listening to us via those websites. We are on Call to Listen technology. Our people in Biafra land, our people in United States of America, our people in the United Kingdom should be making available use of those platforms if they so wish. We are on Simple Radio, we are on TuneIn. Download these apps. It is approved and we urge you to use it. Go online and use other platforms that are streaming our content. The number to call when our lines are opened is +447405 96446 +447405 96446. We are also on Skype. Skype by this Radio Biafra 6. Radio Biafra is one word, number 6 in front of it. We urge the eminent Biafrans to remain focused and resolute. Abductions of our people are still going on in Biafra land, and we are all in the know of what is going on. We must not capitulate. We must not waver. There are people who are saying if somebody is sworn in the zoo top political office, that IPOB will lose credibility among the people. And we're asking those people, they are the same people that say that they are going to stop an election in the zoo called Nigeria. We are waiting for them, we haven't seen them. IPOB said we are going to boycott election. They even faulted us on that particular stance of ours. We will deliver on what we have promised. Let any man or woman deliver on what they have promised. That is the only way forward. We are not interested in who is in position, who is in control of the zoo called Nigeria. As we speak, even if this House of Fulanis continue, it is better for us because Biafra will come even faster rather than hypocritical individuals and groups. But we don't have anything to do with them. We are boycotting the election. All we know is that as long as we remain consistent, as long as we remain focused, there is no way Biafra will not come. Let those who are twisting IPOB messages, IPOB broadcasters anchored by our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu know that their lives we caught up with them. We are boycotting the forthcoming presidential election of the zoo called Nigeria. It is already rigged, of course, and there's no time, no need wasting our time. This is just the message, simple and short. We are going to be staying at home on 16th of February 2019. Even some people from the zoo called Nigeria are now emulating IPOB boycott, and there are some people on the other side saying IPOB's strategy is not effective. Why are people studying what we are doing? You need to continue to do what you are doing. Do not listen to anyone. There are all of them out there on the periphery clamoring for guns and bullets and all that. They have been given the opportunity. Let them go and fight the war they want to fight. They cannot. On each occasion they come back and they will call IPOB. Why are you after IPOB? You cannot penetrate. We set agenda for ourselves and we follow it to the letter. Once again, a message from our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. A warm greeting this evening. He is going to be addressing Biafrans in the next couple of days, and we will announce it in due course. Number to call once again is +447405 96446 +447405 96446. We're also on Skype. Skype ID is Radio Biafra 6. Radio Biafra is one word, number 6 in front of it. We'll be back in a minute. Right. Call on the phone. Can you hear me? Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, sir. My name is Chindo calling from Aba.
Right. Thank you very much. Welcome to the program.
I want to congratulate you for the effort, and I had my able leader is had to sign, and I said, may Chico Fika my guiding him and protect you people because every time I used to tackle my brain like this, I feel I'm nothing but ordinary human being, but you people are feeling above. I said, may God keep you people and give you more wisdom to pilot this affairs to the point. No, if God doesn't support it, if you think we are digesting everything, nobody will come by human will come out. They claim saying this or that. If those people are here, nobody is able to do that. We know what we are doing. Before I continue, I want to use my dad left to speak my brother's from about 6 to 7. You know, can you permit me?
Yes, of course. But before you continue, what is the level of preparedness for the boycotting of the already rigged presidential election of the zoo called Nigeria? What is your preparation? How far have you prepared?
Particularly when I said before I went to travel, which I come back now, I joined our African representative some more affairs. When everybody when he joined hands inside villages and campaign for evangelism, and I tried my possible best. Even those today we went to our side, they kidnapped one of our brother three. For information, I have heard that they have come back now. They have, and as I reach many inside villages, many zones.
Yes, I can hear you.
Because
Anybody, any one of us that is abducted must be reported immediately. We must support one another. The zoo called Nigeria will get tired. Without all
no
this
problem.
happening to our people, happening to us, we will not be where we are. We are, of course, very much aware that it is not easy, and that is why you people on the ground are the people who are making things happen. Do not be discouraged because we have suffered so much. We have indeed gone too far to even begin to think of going back. Go ahead, please.
No problem, sir. I will try my possible best. My zone is the purple zone in Upper West.
Right, thank you very much. And God bless you and continue to evangelize and do not keep quiet over certain discouragement that may be coming from our people. There are some people who have taken money and very soon that money will destroy them. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. He's wasting time here, listening to himself probably. Next, call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. Good evening from here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can afford from Aba.
Good evening from here. What is going on in Aba? Are you getting us in Aba via FM?
Clearly, I am right now at Area Junction. Aba.
Right.
The good news to the whole world is Nigeria police is arresting Nigeria police in Aba.
What is going on? The zoo will burn.
Yeah.
The zoo will destroy the zoo.
The
That
zoo
is what
is
is going on.
over.
That is what is going on now,
Okay,
and
there's
that is what that is what will continue to go ahead until it
yes.
collapses.
I'm hearing you. In Osisioma, precisely, NNPC, in Osisioma near Ekapara, there was a group of Nigerians who called themselves NASCAT, a National Association for Petroleum Task Force. They are doing their training 3 days ago, Nigeria to Nigeria. Nigerian police from the DP office in Aba went and arrest their colleagues. They claim that those people are IPOB members, but they are not. It's a very good news.
And they are fighting themselves, right?
They are fighting, police is fighting police, you know, because the opposite NMPC, ask anybody.
That is
Those
our
people are
prayer
concerned.
answered by the Most High God to set confusion into their
I'm
midst.
telling you exactly, opposite NMPC refinery at the Kapara. The name of that office is National Task Force, Police Arrest Police. That's nonsense. There's nothing like Nigeria. No matter where here, but we're in Biafra. Nothing is Nigeria again. Nigeria is off. Thank you very much. Even when I have Nigerian men in our radio, I don't like to hear Nigerian men. They do Biafra again. Let's not mention Nigeria again.
Yes, my brother, but you know, there are certain things, certain steps we have to take initially until we are completely, we can completely get rid of that name from our system and from our midst.
Yes.
It's going to be a gradual one indeed. Right. Thank you very much, my brother. I hope you have prepared for the boycotting of the zoo already rigged election.
There's no election in Biafra land. And I want to remind you, there's a good news yesterday from Malaysia. Our IFAB member called. I don't know if you listened to our radio yesterday when Onibe was on control.
No, I was on transit yesterday.
Okay, let me give this question to you. I pick it up. That's my job to listen to radio Biafra after my day work. That
yes.
The Jew people are poisoned the complete stuff that we are going to use in Biafra land. So anybody who's going there is taking poison. And so there's no need. Nobody would like to take poison by himself. So it's a very good information. Now the complete stamp that they use in Biafra land, that our people have already poisoned it. So there's no need of talking about if someone wants to commit suicide, it's right for him to commit suicide by himself. So going for a polling booth is committing suicide. That's the way I see it.
Right. Thank you very much. Whatever happens, boycotting of that already rigged election is our priority, and there is nothing else. Stay at home, stay away from polling booths, because if you go out there, you will have yourself to blame if care is not taken. Next call on the phone. Can you hear me? Good evening from here. We thank that our brother from Abba for that update. Good evening from here. Can you hear me? No, he's gone. Next call on the phone. Can you hear me? Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening from here. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, UTMSO. This is Ndukwe Okoro from Ibere.
Mazi Ndukwe Okoro Ndewo. Go ahead, please.
Yes, from Ibere in the local government. In the local government in Umuahia province, in the heart of Biafra land. I want to continue to re-echo what our leader told us. There will be no election in Biafra land, and there is confusion in the whole of the Sioux country. You can see now what is happening. Now, our leader specifically told us that any person from South or Southeast who has seen what has happened to the Chief Justice Onoge and continue to believe in Nigeria, that person is not supposed to be called a human being. Can you see what they have done to our brother, who is very, very innocent? Because Buhari or Jubril wants to put his brother there, and he has succeeded in putting his brother
there. And he has, and nobody is saying anything. You know what? You see, first of all, we have to fight for our people. We must unite. We must stand in defense of our brother. But again, there are some unscrupulous individuals and groups in Biafra land. These are the people working with the enemies to try to destroy IPOB. We told them right from time that this fight is not IPOB fight, because if you keep silent, if you criminally keep silent, they will come for you at the appropriate time, and that is what is happening now. Our leader, Mazi Namdekanu, has said it several times. They thought it's only about IPOB. Now, the enemies are indeed on rampage.
Our leader is a prophet. Our leader can be likened to Nostradamus, who sees tomorrow. Because whatever he has told us since how many years has always come to be seen clearly. Now look at what they're doing to our brother. And then let me see what this, especially somebody like Apabio. Let me see what he will say or how he will react.
Apabio is working to be a Senate president. That's just what he wants. Simple as that. And he's being used as a devilish tool to destabilize our people. Apabio just changed overnight, and that is what money can do. And evil is evil, and we must stand against it. Very important.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Now people have come there, they say ban them or outside. They say they condemn. We
don't trust those people. What we want is action. It's not about
tomorrow they will call them and give them money.
It's not about coming out of conference and issuing communique on pages of newspaper. That is a bygone issue at the moment. Go ahead and defend your people and live up to your expectation, to what you have promised.
They come and make colorful statements and collect their Ghana must go back and go. So this is the thing. Let us watch whether the NPA as a body will react or them, because their president said something that they don't believe in this. So let us see what they will do.
They will capitulate in the end, because money is everything for them.
Like the Nigerian
that is why we will not trust them. We are not going to trust them, my brother.
We will never trust them. I still remain in Okoro from Ibere. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Very grateful.
Thank you very much, Mazi. And God bless you and family. This is Radio Biafra presentation. We are moving forward and no stopping, no surrendering, no capitulation until total freedom, total liberation is achieved. This is Radio Biafra presentation. Can you hear me? Good evening from here. Call on the phone. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
My name is Sidi Mazi of Biafra, calling from Aba.
Right, thank you very much.
Bless you.
Bless you too.
Bless you, Mazi Telephone.
Bless you too. Go ahead, please.
Bless our friend leader, Mazi Nande Okukano.
You see?
The chief prophet you have ever seen. But you go come and bless him. Mazi Telephone wants to tell you, Lord, that we, the people on ground, we are ready to boycott this election. We are not going to vote. We have been evangelizing, telling people that we should boycott this election. Anybody that comes out to vote, whatever he sees out there, let him manage it. Because this is exactly what they want. So we, the people on ground, we are not going to vote. We are ready to stay at home, to eat awful kazi that day. Wherever you are, buy whatever you're going to eat. On 16th, on 16th, you sit at home. We are going to boycott the election. They are not coming up. Whatever they like, let them put their money. They are not going to come out to vote.
That's not our business. We will have to go ahead and do what we are supposed to do, and then leave the rest to God. And I can assure you, we are going to emerge victorious in the end.
Yes, thank you, sir. I say, let's go, God, I will bless you. And bless all Biafra all over the world. I see the men. Mazi of Biafra, calling all the way from Aba. Thank you, man. God bless you in the name of Chukwu, my friend.
He said, bless you too. Thank you very much. Next call on the phone. Can you hear me? We must remain this message of boycotting of the zoo presidential election that is already rigged must continue. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Mazi Ujen Mefo, Chukwu Kadama, bless you and keep you.
I can hear you, and you too.
Yeah. Mazi Ujen Mefo, my name is Chimwa Anya Chibundo. I am from Ichuku. Ichuku is in Ishialangwa, province of Biafra.
Yes.
Mazi Uchemefo, we my family, everybody in my family, we have prepared to boycott every election in next month or coming election in 16th of February. No single person in my own family, family of Chibundu Enwogo, no single person, including my sister and my father, my mother, every of us, nobody will go out from that day. It's a promise. I'm going to make sure that nobody will. Until nobody will vote again in my family. Mazi Uchemefo, I want to tell you, the other time I called you, I tell you that those people call themselves man of God. Those people are not human beings. Those people are not real man of God. Because we are talking about boycotting of election. Do you know that we are the politicians are doing campaign now is in the church. Every big church now, the politicians are going there and give them money. Some of those pastors are coming in the church to campaign for election to vote Atiku or vote for Buhari or vote for Atiku. Those people who call themselves man of God, they are not really man of God. Because if they are real man of God, that church, they have to tell some people that let them boycott election because we don't have any hope in Nigeria. But they cannot say those things because they need money. They need to. Those pastors need to write more than 10 cards. They need to get billions. But the people in that church, the people in that church are suffering. I want to tell our people this thing now because it's in my mind since to tell those people. Can you remember there's one church in my street? The time we want to, I just remember want to talk to call Radio Biafra to explain our view. I went there to tell that pastor, say, we want to stay here and to do call. Do you know what those people tell us? The pastor tell me that the church don't want problem because I think they want to come. If you say now, unless or Okoji pastor want to come to that church and do campaign, they will tell him to come. As far as that Okoji pastor will bring money and give them. These people is not our people. These people are not represent us. There is another thing I want to beg our people. There is some inside area where our radio is not up or around that place. Because it's any human being. Only but a day. That person will boycott election because we don't have anything in Nigeria. We are not getting anything. Look at Jubrin and Atiku. Okay, before, our people are telling us, Jubrin tell us, or Buhari tell us, he will bring change. Our people are clapping that time. Say, Buhari will bring change. Now, Buhari have bring dead to us. Our people, I want to tell our people now, have you forget how many people Jubrin or Buhari killed in Python Dam? Have you forget how many people Jubrin or Buhari killed in National High School? Have you forget how many people Jubrin and the Buhari killed in Anambra State? Have you forget how many people this government have killed our people? You want to go and vote at Atiku so that Atiku will start killing our people. Anybody who go out that day and vote, Chukwu Kichapiyama will strike that person dead. Anybody who go out that day and vote, the spirit of our people who and the death of money and the Jubrin kill. That's no spirit will harm that person. We are resolute here. Nobody will go. Nobody in my family will vote. Nobody. Everybody who votes in my family cannot collect 1 naira from my hand again. I have told them that they believe me. They believe what I believe. Now, I want to tell our people in Ishalangwa, Mboto, Ichuku, Amapota, Obokotu, Ekeketa. Let you people go and find the place where IPOP family they go and join there and know what our people are doing. Know what Mazin Namdekan are doing, because some of you don't know what Mazin Namdekan are doing. Because I'm not able to use I want no matter so Nanisha there. Nanisha Nagano, yeah, I got here. Name na Ichuku family. John Yanona. Kawe Mara and the 101. Urule ka ndị ngwa anyị ji na-atọfa na-ata ahụhụ na-akwa baro na-egacha skuul aga akwụ ụgwọ aga enweta ọrụ before some of people are telling their children for university so that as they send that one, if that one finish university, he will go and get to work, begin to train their junior work. But now you will finish your university 5 years. You never go to work. Which kind of government is this? The solution is Biafra. The solution is by causing of a rich chance so that Nigerian government will know that they are not from us. Now, to myself, the people Kadama bless you. I want to greet my people in Bakassi Zone. Bakassi Zone Zone 1. Remain resolute. Now, to myself, bless you and keep you till Biafra come.
Thank you very much, and you too. Thank you very much. And we have to move on. There is no going back. Our brother was on point, and the only thing we must have to do is to consolidate and be principled in our approach to these issues, because we have a enormous task ahead. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
My deputy leader. Unshakable deputy leader. I remember the Collins, sir. Good evening.
Maazị Nwadikende.
Okay, hello, Timmy.
Ọ dị mma, gaa n'iru.
Maazị Ugwebrele Nambowu. The condition of Nigeria now, before the 16th of February, as things are moving here now, I don't know whether the zoo can hold the election by themselves. They are now using our own method now. Some of them are like the minimum wage group to say if they not complete their money, 30,000 naira minimum wage, they will boycott the election. All of them now are from IPOB. So the condition of the zoo is making me laugh every day. I used to listen to their news because when I said it, they would send a radio Biafra. So I used to their news. When I listen to it, then I analyze with them. Look at the issue of the justice of the nation calling water on nugget. The day they started attacking water on nugget, the Jubre say it's not aware that they're attacking the man. But the Jubre went out.
But he was the one that made a speech regarding the suspension and all that. With his Hausa Fulani Islamic jihadists, with his Fulani bag. You know, they did that in a symbolic way, you know, to send a message across to those who are yet to understand what issues are. These people are going to overrun us. In the army, they are in control. In police, they are in control. Politically, they are in control. In judiciary, they are in control. Economically, they have encircled us. What are we talking about?
And the economic have gone down. So, the same thing happened during the time he went out for a mission. When Osubanjo come out to the acting, the DSS chairman, which is Maman Dawara, because of his vehicle to unlocking House of Assembly house without notice of him. And immediately the Jubre returned back. He removed the same person that Osubanjo put in, waiting a month and 9 days. That man from Bayelsa, which is the fever. The same man,
my brother, the annoying part of this whole thing is that adults that have families, they are in their late, I don't know, at the verge of saying goodbye to this world. they will continue to lie to their teeth, even with impunity. How can anybody, any reasonable man, especially those who claim to have gone to school, be pretending about what is going on in the zoo called Nigeria? You will see a terrorist who has been killing, maybe
So,
destroying lives. You will come and say he's performing very well, that he's
I
your
don't
savior and all
understand.
that. And they know that they are lying.
So,
Hypocrisy upon
everywhere
hypocrisy.
is
Anyway, go
that.
ahead, please, and let's move forward.
The country is totally done, my leader. Look at now. In Ogoni now, if you went to Ogoni now, from Ogoni now, they return this night. Everywhere is army in Ogoni. They now ask, what is army doing in Ogoni? They say, the army people came to help the people that will do the cleanup of Ogoni. People are asking, this army, are they going to use guns to clean the land or help them to open the borehole? What is the army doing there? Ogoni people are now shouting and say, this is the plan to leak the election because the date is at hand. They said, no. The army came to help them to do Ogoni cleanup. I have followed these two people went where they are doing the cleanup in Ogoni. If you reach there, it will not feel like we are federal government of Nigeria is doing something. Just like when community wants to grab somewhere, not just like federal government. Even the day we went there for a job, we take run. Even myself, the army people that guide us, all of us follow run because of the crisis in the Amazon. As of the last 2 years, 2017. So this country is done. Army night in Ogoni because of election is at hand. So my leader, I heard when they asked
That
somebody
is,
where
my brother, this is what is to come, because they are going to
yes,
encircle everybody. Nobody will be
that's
able to
not the small
vote
thing.
because there is no voting to start with. And they are going to
So,
place blanket order on
yes, so
phone gadgets and cameras and all that. They have said it right from the outset. If you go to court, this Fulani Janjaweed judge will indeed, he will just sweep you aside. If you
not
go
the
through
small.
political process, they will destroy you. If you go through security, they will mow you down. So what are we
Not
talking
the
about?
small.
Until our people realize that collectively we must
Yes,
constitute an opposition to this inimical, systematic, and devilish system that has been put across to us to suppress us forever, we will not make any progress. But IPOB remains unshakable until we
okay.
constitute obstacle to the upward movement of this evil empire called Nigeria with a view for it collapsing. We will be joking
Okay.
for the next century. But it is not our portion.
Okay.
We will not hand over this battle
So,
to our
yes.
children or next
So,
generation. We will
Master
do it
I had, yes,
and complete it.
I had when they asking somebody, how is he preparing to boycott the election on the 15th of February, which is up to 20 days now. It's not up to a month again, just about 20 days now. Wadike Collins, was already prepared. But Master I'm pleading for you people to help me. Not, I don't have money. My radio that I used to listen radio Biafra, for the one I'm using now, is my car radio on. Very soon I'll enter house because of security in the town. So the question you people are asking before to get the radio or get credit, I have answered it too. I'm not answering it to get credit. I'm answering it to get the radio, but I couldn't make it. Please, that radio is important for me. I have played to our able presenter, former children right this evening. So I'm also pleading to you people. Not, I don't have money. I have the money to buy, but I will not buy. I want the Biafra to help me, give me one of that radio. Let me circulate it for the air and let my people see it. That's what I'm saying. So for the boycotting of election, I've done my own crowd, including my community in Yam here in Iguacha. I'm one of the executive members of my community meeting here. Before the date, we will have our own meeting, and I will still make it as I used to do it last December. That is my plea this evening. I remember Dike Collins. All hail Biafra.
All hail Biafra. Thank you very much. And God bless, of course. We are taking everything on board. Our platforms will continue to do what they can in the circumstance to make sure that our people are encouraged. We are also asking our people in the diaspora to help those at home to make sure that they have access to our broadcast by sponsoring satellite decoders and other important aspect of FM station installation gadgets that will enable our people to have access to our broadcast. Sponsor our people at home. People should come together, especially those in abroad. Every community in Biafra land must work together to make sure that FM stations are sponsored. Every community, especially those having representatives in IPOB in different parts of the world, should come together and make sure that their communities are not behind. If you wait for us, it will take us longer time. But if we make collective effort in that direction, we will be able to indeed complete this project on time. In the meantime, we urge you to use available platforms to listen to us. Can you hear me? Call on the phone.
Yeah, my name is Emeka Chabo.
As in there, well, go ahead, please. Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. I want to comment that we Biafrans are not going to vote because we have nobody to vote. And Nigeria is not our country. And we are not voting because these people are not one with us. And we as a Christians, well, we don't need to vote for any Muslims because they are not our own people. And these people are be killing us because they find out that we and them are not one. And we are not Nigeria like them. That's why they are killing us. And now they want us to come and vote for them. I want them to know that we are not going to vote for them because they are not one with us. I want all members of my people all over the world to know. Mother, your brothers, your sisters, all them in the village area, the rural area, that nobody should come out and vote that day. So we are going to give them 100% of the content of that election. We know these women themselves have started making their own problem. They have started fighting themselves. They are going to collapse.
Right, that line is off. Of course, our brother is on point. We will, of course, do everything humanly possible to make sure that this boycott is a success, especially among IPOB family. If you want to go and vote, that's your business. There shall be no voting from our communities in Biafra land. There are some individuals and groups who have already taken money from the zoo called Nigeria. We are not unaware of these opportunists that will try to come out on the streets to try to discredit IPOB, but you are going to discredit yourself in the final analysis. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
My name is Wole Christian, coming from Aba.
Thank you very much.
So I want to congratulate you for your work and for your effort. Hello?
Go ahead. The world is listening to you. Go ahead, please.
I want to thank our able leader for his work for the people of Biafra. I'm saying that this election that we are going to boycott is 100% sure. We are going to boycott all boycotting things in Nigeria here. Since the president has boycotted the debate that we want to do in the zoo. And okay, they and co-members boycotted the debate they wanted to do here in other states. So why IPOB will not boycott the elections? We here with no resolute. I'm calling from Aba, Pond Road Zone in Aba here. We will not resolute. And we are waiting for that day to come so that we can show them what we can do. That's my own contribution this evening. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, and God bless you. Of course, everybody must indeed get ready. People on Facebook have been asking repeated questions regarding our app. Despite the fact that we have made this announcement, I am taking time now to send the links. If you go to my wall, you will see the link to downloading our app, and I'm also sending it on our chat platform on this broadcast You have no excuse to be asking all those questions. You have said that our app is not working. You don't need to download the old app. We have a new app. Download the new app. Very important. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from
Yes,
here.
I can
Welcome to
hear
the
you,
program.
my able deputy leader.
Yes, welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Thank you very much. My name is Mazi Igwe Donald. I'm calling you from Germany. I'm from
Thank you very
Ebonyi
much,
province
Mazi.
in Biafra land. Many thanks to you, my able deputy, and many thanks to our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kano.
Thank you very much.
I don't have much to say tonight. I just have one question for the people. Some of the people from South and Southeast who are talking about election. But my question to them is, do you seriously think that General Mohammed Buhari will conduct election for you to come and defeat him in the election he conducted? That is just the question I want some of them to answer me before they talk about election. Thank you very much, my deputy leader.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anybody hoping to vote in this election that is already rigged is indeed hopeless. It's as simple as that. People know the truth. Why are you going to perpetuate evil? People are even trying to be smart by half by saying if you don't vote, that you are going to strengthen the hands of our enemies. But you are the people who have decided to go and vote are the people who are perpetuating the devilish system and perpetuating the criminal politicians in office. If you don't vote, they will not have any reason or legitimacy to act over you. They will not have any justification, legally and otherwise, to do anything on your behalf. If you don't vote, popular revolution will set in. And the people's voice will be heard, not the voices of politicians, not the voices of the Hausa Fulani Islamic fundamentalists who are lording it over us. Our argument is very simple. Do your own and we do our own. In the end, we take stock. No amount of sabotage will stop IPOB. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Mazi George Onyibe, my able deputy leader. Good evening, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
Did you say George Onyibe? Did I hear you well?
I'm sorry, sir. My deputy came up.
Yes, go ahead, please. We need to
You are
clarify
used to
it
George
because this is
Onyibe
not
now.
George.
Thank you very much, sir. Is it the man they're speaking from Aba?
Mendia, where have you been?
I'm around. There's no problem.
Is there a way of doing it now?
No. We are still indeed together.
Okay, I just want to ask. Go ahead, please.
No. Thank you very much. My battery is very low now. I have paid NEPA bill this month. There is no light, so my battery is low. I only called this night to welcome my able leader, my savior, to UK. So welcome, sir. And I am expecting to hear from you, and I believe there will be interactive. I believe I will talk to him direct this very time around.
Of course, in the next couple of days, our people will be hearing from him live and direct. And it is no longer business as usual. We are moving to another stage of the struggle, and it is either we are in there or we are outside. Thank you very much, my brother, and God bless you and keep it on.
Everybody should ask themselves, our saboteurs should ask themselves, where is our leader's papers? How did he go to Israel? How did he move from Israel to UK? Then from there, you use your tongue and count your teeth.
Some of them say that APC is sponsoring him.
These people should know very well that Biafra is here. Mazi Uchemefo, please, we have to keep on remembering our people that 16 is Okasi, Open Okasi, and not Open Sarah.
My brother, any soup you like, you cook that day. But of course, I understand what you're saying. Offer,
The way
offer is
our
offer,
people will
soup
buy,
is soup. But I
yes,
understand it. Offer
the
and
way our
salad.
people will buy something on 15 will tell Nigeria what will happen on 16. The market will be very boom on 16, and that will tell Nigeria what will happen on 16.
Of
There is
course,
no need
as the
shouting to the
time
people.
approaches, we will of course give out very specific instructions to our people on what they need to do. Of course, I know that the wise ones among us are also preparing. They are at an
Thank
advanced
you very much,
stage,
sir.
and there's no going back. Thank you very much, and God bless you and keep it on.
Biafra continue to bless everybody, bless all IPOB members, bless our Savior that is coming to save us.
You say,
Bless
you say.
Biafra land.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank you very
much.
much, sir.
And God bless. Thank you. This is Radio Biafra presentation. A lot of calls coming in, and we will try and take as much as possible. Can you hear me? Next call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? You are listening to your voice, and of course, he is gone. Next caller, can you hear me? Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Call on the phone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Please don't listen to your voice. Just talk to me via the phone. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Let me speak. I cannot tell lies. How you know from Aba, another state, another province.
Thank you very much. How are you preparing for the boycotting of the zoo already rigged fraudulent election?
There is not even anything like election in my life in the zoo called Nigeria. Because I've not even think that I'm not a member of the zoo country. I'm not from there.
Right. Thank you very much.
I'm not among them. I just hallucinating.
Have you talked to your family members? Have you talked to friends? Because individually and collectively we shall be doing this work.
Yes,
Have you evangelized from your family unit to your village to community to friends?
yes, I've been doing so. So I'm happy. I'm so much happy with the people because we are doing marvelous. I can't even know what to say about it, but doing more than I think. I said, may God Almighty be with the people. But the election has been already rigged, and Atiku is from them in the APC before. Now coming back to EDP. And when Guerra was alive, he was there. They have made the meeting already that Guerra knows that he's about to die, and then say, made meeting with them that whenever he will die, he will take over and complete his assignment in, bringing this place to be organized. So it's already been, anybody who is thinking that Atiku will be better is the worst. Atiku is also the worst person I've ever seen. But there's not regulation in Biafra land. There's not regulation. I'm assuring you that there's not regulation in Biafra land, and we will not participate. Everywhere we will shut down. They will do it by themselves and put themselves in there. They have already put the person that they want him to be there, in Atiku. So, my dear deputy leader, I'm so much happy about you. And also, I send my greetings to our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. He's a man indeed. There's no one. I've never seen any person like him. So he's a man. I so much love him. And I'm just praying with my Father in heaven to give him more strength and give him to strengthen him the more. Because he's been doing a lot of things that no man can do. I've never seen a man that can do this thing that this man is doing. So I'm happy.
Thank you very much, my brother, and God bless you. I want to make a very brief comment on this. I want to appreciate and salute the courage of one of our brothers who called on Radio Biafra Extra program some time ago, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, suggesting the establishment of a dedicated number or the dedication of a particular number to our mothers, to our women. And Maazi Onyibe has tried it and it is working effectively. I never knew that our women, our mothers were trying to call us and they could not get through. And on this program, I shall be doing same. Every good initiative must be implemented. We salute the courage of that our brother and we appreciate him, and we also are very much appreciative of Maazi Onyibe for taking that initiative on board. And we thank our women, our mothers. They have changed the face of this struggle, and we urge them not to listen to anyone, but to indeed continue to stand for justice. They have indeed done marvelously well, and may the Most High God continue to bless each and every one of them and their families. It shall be well with all of them, and they shall see Biafra. They remain our pride. They remain everything we are doing in terms of making progress in this struggle. Our women must be supported, our mothers must be supported, our aunties and sisters must be supported to make sure that they are enabled in every sense of the word to continue to support this struggle. Can you hear me? Caller on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. Are you talking or no? He's gone. Next caller on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening, my deputy leader, Mr.
Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, this is the voice of student calling from Asaba province. Yes,
Thank you very much. God bless you. Go ahead, please.
I served in the one people of Biafra in the structure of the media.
Thank you very much. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I thought I want to reach our leader, Marvin Mandekano. I want to say, no, only hello,
Yes,
my leader, can you hear me?
go ahead. We are hearing you. We're waiting for you. The world is listening to you.
Yes, of course, the walls of the zoo is collapsing, and I pray every day that.
Right, unfortunately, that line is off, and we salute our brother from is a Banke or Asaba area. Thank you very much. He is calling us back, but it appears that his line is not very stable. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the program. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I appreciate your work for very well. The work you have done for us. So, can you permit me to speak about that?
Yes, where are you calling from first?
From Abakaliki Service.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Okay. So, after acceleration, you came at Oroma, you can I'm going to all of the remote in a feeler, because I had to young to work on the man, because this kind of make one work on the Mekon and 1 Africa China, the man is here. So, I had to have a man and kitchen is there. This is carry sign to hand in my own. Ajali anya na Saudi na Abakaliki land. But here today now the actually continue to say that na akachukua na doctor Agana Ali. So let's support Andina na village first. Na hawa jaka na living of the child na hana dina na Andina na yeye mwenye kupata pale. Ndio kuna kazi. Mandi ndi akure de no ha data na no. So even that every advertisement has it. And I'm them if you want guys to and if you in people ndi na about kisha ha to if ka work with that area na natural that kind of music. So now I'm no. So, Chica Katika in Germany. So, I'm making a film in Umbalina because no more than another. I'm not having my young. So, I don't know of my own. Na onye mere na ndụ na ike eluigwe na-arụ gbakwa n'ụlọ na-enyekwa mmemme amamihe na nchekwa na echiche ọma ka anyị nwee ike durukwa anyị n'ala anyị ebe anyị na-aga na Chineke onye mere ka nna ndụ ka arụba onye dị ndụ n'ụbọchị taa n'ịgba mbọ a agaghị ekwe ka ọkụ ọ rụnyere n'aka wee n'ahịa n'ụzọ kama ọ ga-eme ka ihe dị ukwuu wee si na mbọ nna ọ gbara wepụta dịka anyị na-ele anya ezeba anyị ụkwụ na ebe Chineke tụrụ anyị ụkwụ na Chineke ga-eme ya and ihe gakwara ọzọ nke bụ eziokwu bụ na nwoke ọtụtụ nke a na-asị na anakọ na ọ na-aga president ọtikere anọkọ ebe a because edetigo onye na vision and Buhari nwanne ụnyaahụ o ji aka dịtire ya onwe ya victory na ya nwa nye mmeri na mmụọ oge ọ bụla ọ fere na mmụọ ọtụtụ usoro ịda adakwasị ha n'isi na ha amaghị otu ha ga-esi eme ya so Chukwu kpachara anya wee na-etinye ha na nsogbu ahụ ka anyị nwee kewe na obodo anyị because na ihe ha ebe anyị na-adịghị ebe ha kwesịrị ịnọ Chineke gagbuo unu enyi chekwabata unu nye unu more wisdom na more ahụike ị ga-ejikwa na-agakwa n'ihu.
Thank you very much, and God bless you and keep it on. Thank you. This is Radio Biafra live presentation. We are gradually inching closer to ending this program, but you know what? Our people are still calling us, and as always, we will try to give chance to a number of them.
Hello?
Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, sir. Brother, good evening, sir.
Good evening, madam. Go ahead, please.
I'm calling from the Republic.
Thank you very much.
From the Republic.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Our leader,
Yes.
I'm greeting him that the God Almighty will reward him.
He said.
Ọra niile a na-agba gidigidi ebe niile a na-agba skata ofu onye sibere ọra niile a na-agbagharị na-agba gburugburu
ị na-ege ntị na redio ana m anụkwa onu gị na redio. Just talk to me via the phone. Later we repeat this broadcast.
Na-ekele our leader ofu onye tubere ụwa the whole zoo country a na-agbagharị onye nọ na n'ụlọ mkpọrọ tren a na-agbagharị n'ụlọ ebe ọzọ iji gosi na great man letakwa na be nne ya ewerekwa ofu tren a biko so na-ekele unu n'ihe ebe niile nke unu na-eme uche na Chukwu gozie unu Ipob a na-atọ ndị mmadụ na-agbụ ha tosiwe ike ma ndị pastọs ndị niile nsiri gị deliverance na-ekwe ideriva ndị Ipob metere deriva ihe pastọs na-aga ndị pastọ nọzụkwa bụ challenge God with money so a seed nke na ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ aka akpa onye nke gara ụbọchị a ọtụtụ nakọta anyị ego eji wee mesi anyị sọsọ ego meshin ọsọ anyị hapụ na akpa nke ọbụla anyị ji were abịa were so ya seed ana m ekele unu biko deliverance na-ekwe ha ma kanserin ihe niile siri ike Ipob mere ditin ya na-adị mfe ndị na-agaghị ekwu okwu Chineke ha mejikwa Ipob eme ha onye ọbụla na-ewepụta ezumana ikwu eziokwu na eziokwu amata mezie n'ebe eziokwu na lidere our leader terrorist ka enyezikwara crown ọkwansịrị gị mgbe a na-arọ ebe e nyere ya ndị nche ọkwankwulie mgbe ahụ si na arọrọ n'arọ ebe e nyere ya ndị nche and ka enyekwara ya ndị nche ahụ ọgba aghara It's everywhere. I can't make a open a candidate against election. I'm not crazy as I get to forget one. Like somebody like me, I don't know if you know how to do the vote, talkless of something else. So I'm using this opportunity to thank our leader. That God, Chineke, now who knows Mmaji kwuru mmaji, ama m at the end na victory ga-abụ nke a victory abụgoro nke anyị. So mụ a na-ekwukwa onye na m na-edekwa n'anya otu e declare Jerusalem ka ezikwota wee declare na Biafra because mmeri bụ nke anyị na mbido ka ọ ga-abụkwa mmeri na njedebe. Na-ekene our leader, maazị our leader nna anyị ukwu Nnamdi Kanu, na-adị ka Chineke na-akpaba ya ume na-enyekwa ya more wisdom wee na-atụkwa ndị ka nweta ndị Izrel ga-esi wee terrorize anyị ọtọgbuo m anaghị ọbụkwana mgbe mbasa anyị nwere na Biafra land iji gosi na Chineke jikwa wee gosi mee ka ndị a dị ihe ga-eterrorize anyị. Chineke ga na-agba unu ume ndụ dịga ndụ anaghị ga-adịkwanụ ndụ wee nobody using this to we are using light, water, everything. You cannot use let you have drum or something like that. You just go and open your tap and bath. Even if light, Lord, ask my own fellow human being that living in this Benin Republic, they will confirm this thing that I'm telling you. But in a zoo country, you will see people that importing generator. They will go and bribe the government so that they will be taking so that they will be selling their generators, all these things. But it's like that was that that and I had the hammer, the bruises is to the whole world. And that's how to be the and anything that they bribe in Biafra land for you people to cut it. And you have now bribe, bribe is a dirty game. Bribe, you cannot talk. Anything bribe, even if in the house of God, bribe. Politics in the church. I'm telling you the truth. Thank you. God bless all the Biafra and retired our leaders all over the world. I said that God Almighty will bless everybody.
Bless you too. Ise, no dear Fuma, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma gị na ezinụlọ gị. Anyị ga-afụ Biafra. Ndewo. Ọ ka o si dị, Ifeọma ga-abụ nke gị isi ike. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless. This is Radio Biafra presentation. Our people are amazing. One of our women calling all the way from Benin Republic. And we will, as we have promised, get a dedicated line on this program for our women to call us. No other person will call it. Mazi Onyibe has piloted that and it is working, and we, of course, we do the needful on this platform as well. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
My name is Peter from Akwa.
Thank you very much, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. To take you today, I tried to before to agree 1 month ago, but Biafra people like no chance at all to take you. They are not the one that will take you.
Right. Thank you very much, my brother. We are one and do not listen to anybody telling you otherwise.
So what I try to tell Nigeria, I mean, all dual war that make them know that we lack, that Biafra must stay here. That's the only thing why I want to say all dual war, or both Nigeria, both Biafra. That's the only thing. Because one thing I saw for Nigeria today, Yes, because what I saw for Nigeria today, I never saw today, I never said before, because since my born, I know the year promise, Nigeria will better. But till I close week today, I never see anything. So I have nothing better for Nigeria. Only hope, I hope that Biafra would appear. That's the only hope.
Of course, my brother, we don't have any other hope than to make sure that everything is done to make sure that Biafra is restored.
That is it. So there is a thing where I receive all they show me about this Biafran issue. That is why I hope. And I understand many people since 2015, I understand many people what God showed me and what God showed me that Biafran must appear. But some people,
Right, can you hear me? You are being distracted by your voice. I think you have the radio on as well.
yeah, sister. So what I want to tell you that Biafran must appear because I saw many things what God and showed me many times ago. So what I want to say to us that people don't lose hope. If you can go anywhere you get, don't lose your hope. Just continue. Uh,
Yes, thank you very much, my brother, and God bless you and keep it on. I hope you are preparing to boycott the forthcoming, already rigged, fraudulent election of the zoo called Nigeria. We are one. You have seen what they have done to our brother, the Chief Justice of the zoo called Nigeria. You
so
have seen
let
what has happened. If not for anything, everybody in Biafra land, both upland and coastal regions, must unite. But at the same time, we
it's
must
true.
recognize that there are some people, one Nigerian is in our midst. They should learn now. IPOB strategy remains the best. We have nothing to do
It's
with
true.
these people
It's
as
true. So
citizens in the same
I
country.
beg, also all the Biafra let the Lord lose hope because so many things concerning Biafra that Biafra must take head because I saw many things since 2015. God showed many things about Biafra that Biafra must appear because I saw many things in Bikano and that Bikano said and some of them appeared because I saw that Papa was put for Nambitaro. And I saw that I saw many things that two boys carried their friend banner. And many things like you with the ocean for the time of Lakeland, yeah, but I listen every day for radio, their friends, those people radio Biafran appear to insult you, but you I thought make you stupid there, so you don't agree for them. I saw many things there. They want to insult you, but no God not agree you to appear to them. So I saw many things there. So I understand what I got keeping you there. So stay with the non and make this Biafra issue go on. So I just thank you as you just maintain. You don't agree, you don't agree there and then Nigerian say to I went on. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my brother. We also appreciate the tenacity of good men in our midst who also stood for justice. Otherwise, the
Please,
enemies would have swallowed us. Thank you very much and keep it on. This is Radio Biafra representation. We are moving forward, but inching closer to ending this program. Our people are still calling us, and we will, of course, oblige and take their calls as much as we can. Next call on the phone. Can you hear me? Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. Call on the phone. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening from here. Go ahead.
My name is Mabweze Akuta. I'm calling from Aba.
Thank
I
you very
thank you
much.
for all you people. All you people have been doing, both our leader Martin and Carlo. I have this information from Kano. Our people in Kano that is doing the drug business since January 4th, the Kano state government locked the whole of their shop. And demand the sum of 150,000 from all of them. Okay, they have been discussing, having series of meetings with the Kano government, and these people do not open their shop. Then some of them start paying the money, and the people that pay the money, they open their shop. After that, then say that they will have another local government they want to open, they want to develop. So whatever they are doing here, let them bear in mind that all of them will be relocated to that new local government that they are about to open. So that is the assurance that what they told the whole Biafran people that is doing business in Sabongeri, Kano. Some of them that haven't got money to pay the 150,000, their shop is still locked till now, since January 4th. Then just came back from December and saw their shop.
My brother, thank you for that information, but I must tell you that anybody in northern part of the zoo called Nigeria who is from Biafra land and who is molested or whose economic interests have been targeted and the person becomes a victim is on his own. It's as simple as that. I don't know how many times we are going to say all this. Our people are just being desperate for nothing. I understand it's not your fault. You're giving us the information as it unfolds. These people have made their intention, their bad intention, their devilish intention very, very open to us, and they are not missing words about it. They don't want us. Why are our people not listening? Why are they continuing? Any time it pleases the oppressors or enemies, they will go after them. When they open up a particular place, they will demolish their shops, and then they will send them to another forest to go and develop, and they will still go ahead and develop it. IPOB has said enough. What we can do this time around is, while we continue to do the work we are doing, we will continue to smile at the zoo because our positions are being vindicated. What else do you want us to do? Anybody that dies in another part of the zoo called Nigeria kills himself or herself or themselves. Simple as that, my brother. And thank you for that news, for that information.
Another one is this. In other states, about here, OKD also have instructed the whole chairman in Ariaria Market to go and write down the whole names of the people that have shops in Ariaria Market, both other markets in other states. It's best knowing to him what he wants to do with those names, because we know that he wants to use it to ring himself, which is not possible. Again, there is one of our brother. His name is Michael Ogbonna Ndogwa. He's an army guy. Then he was posted to Medugri. Then on their way to Medugri, they have a kind of incident. Then he came back alive during this December time, and he was called for promotion training. Then along that promotion training, the guy was shot dead. Then killed the guy, army guy. I have both his picture and his address. The burial had been done on this January 25th January. Then did the burial here in River State.
My brother, it is sad. It's very sad.
So,
but this is not something that our people are not aware of. We have continued to say, have you not heard us say this? Let everybody who is in Nigerian police desert that service and come home or look for something else to do. And we also were telling our people that the different states in the zoo called Nigeria, or rather in Biafra land, are being forced, different state governments are being forced to nominate young men from Biafra land to be recruited in police and army. And when they are recruited, they will put them in a very special group that will be going to fight Boko Haram terrorists. Again, they are not armed. All their weapons are taken away from them. They only use light weapons. And all those weapons that the zoo called Nigeria has been buying, they ship it to the camp of Boko Haram. Boko Haram, for avoidance of that, is the standing army of the Northern House Fulani Islamic fundamentalists. It's as simple as that. They equip Boko Haram and they continue to systematically eliminate and deplete our population. What you have as Nigerian army today are drawn from rank and file of officers from Biafra land, from Christian population, and they send them to be slaughtered by Boko Haram. And so, we have said this enough. Our people must understand what the issues are. Several times this has been announced. Several times so many people have ignored us. What does you expect IPOB to do? We will continue to do what we are doing, but we also are not going to be deterred anymore. Can you hear me? Caller on the phone. Somebody on Facebook is saying, Eza Omogo is saying that the zoo army is after him and they are bent on killing him, and if he dies, let Biafrans bury him with Biafra flag. Eze Omogo, if you can call me on Messenger, I want you to talk to us. Very important. Call my messenger. Call me on Messenger and talk to Biafrans. I don't understand what immediate threat you are in at the moment, but we are taking it seriously. You have sent a message to us on Facebook, and we are urging you to call us and talk to Biafrans now. Very important. Unless you don't want to speak, we want to appreciate and, of course, acknowledge that we got your message. Very important. Can you hear me? Call on the phone. Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. They are not talking. Caller on the phone, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, go ahead. We are waiting. Other people wants to speak. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Good evening, Mazuchamofo.
Good evening from here. Welcome to the program.
Good evening, all Biafran all over the world. I'm still your servant, Chukuma Ojeku, from Idan in the Germany local government.
Calling you. There, we'll go ahead.
Yeah. Calling you from Morocco, Rabat, precisely as a coordinator of Rabat Zone. I thank Kabiyama. I thank everything he has been doing in our struggle today to restore our nation, Biafran. I thank God for the journey mercy for our director, Mazi Namo De Carlo. It is not easy, but Almighty Yahweh is on his journey and is on with him. Yes. Even our deputy Chomofo is not easy for you, but the work has been doing, and that is by the special grace, and they can able to strengthen you more and more. I thank all IPOB all over the world, especially people in the Biafra land who can be able to stand firm for their rights, to defend their integrity, to defend their nation. It is not easy. But whoever and whatever anyone is doing, bear it in mind. You are doing it to yourself and to your generation. You do good, you do it to yourself. You do bad, you do it to yourself. We don't count off our sabo. Let them go on and go do the election. Let them go and vote. But you that are with us, you know that the vote is not for the Biafrans. It's not for IPOB. You can count about the governor. You can count about all of them that are sabotaging our struggle. Where are they today? Many have scored fear choosing. Where are they? I'm telling you, you in the Biafra land, don't be afraid of your enemy. Only stand with the word of our director, Mazi Namo De Carlo. He has said it forever and ever. Only truth we shall use and civilize Nigeria. Only but the truth, nothing else.
Of course,
You
of
there,
course.
stand upon that truth.
Have you
You will see
seen
what is going to happen.
have you seen the reports? But of course, in every rumor there is element of truth there. The
Yes,
report
we saw we heard
from
it.
Nyamodo and the monster in Anambra government house.
That
They
is
are now
very
fighting
small. That is
themselves,
just the beginning.
and Most High God is listening to our
Of
prayers.
course, of course,
Our enemies
of
will
course.
never have peace. They will
Of
continue to
course, my
fight and
deputy
destroy
Chomofo,
themselves in the process.
Chineke. Of course, oh, he didn't like able. I believe you and I believe in what of Chukwuka Abiyama, the Elohim. He has already said it all. That with the
Of
truth,
course.
we shall be free. And
He
that
said,
truth,
he
dear
said,
friends, wherever you are going to be free. Don't worry, the time is coming. And we are already at the point. So don't lose hope. Don't give up. Remain steady and resolute. Very soon we are going to get to where we are going. I salute all IPOB all over the world. I salute all the indigenous people of Biafra. I salute all the zonal coordinators, all the national, all the reps, all the integrity people that are strongly in this struggling to restore their own nation. God will never allow you to go on shame. May Yahweh Elohim, the Elohim himself, be upon all of us, wherever we are. Thank you and all Biafra remembrance.
Thank you
My
very
deputy
much,
nation.
and God bless you and keep it on, Mazi. This is Radio Biafra presentation. It is time to go, my brothers and sisters. Calls are still coming in, but we will have to cut it short. What are we saying here? We are justified morally, spiritually, legally, and otherwise in what we are doing. I need your for no good. Our enemies will indeed pay with their very lives, especially those who are taking the lives of Biafrans and who are plotting to make lives miserable for us. Their evil plot will turn around and destroy them. The land of Biafra shall open up and swallow all of them who are in Biafra land. In the end, we shall emerge victorious. Our leader, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, is here in United Kingdom, and he has indeed sent a message of solidarity, a message of appreciation to all Biafrans. In the next couple of days, if not hours, he shall be speaking to Biafrans. Once again, we urge you, eminent Biafrans, to remain focused, to remain resolute, for times are different. We cannot overemphasize this. Now is the time for our people in both upland and coastal regions of Biafra land to unite and fight a common enemy. If not for anything, the sacking of our brother, Justice Onega, or Neha, I don't know how to pronounce it very effectively, is a pointer and a tip of the iceberg of what is to come. The Hausa Fulanis have encircled us. They are indeed very much oiled. They have huge amount of financial firepower at their disposal. They also are in control of political position in Biafra land. And they are not going to stop. They are not going to stop. They are going to continue to do what they are doing. Our people must be very careful, very resolute in their approach to issues. We don't believe in resource control. It is not going to help anybody. Resource control has political undertone, because very soon some people will be paid off and they'll sabotage the effort of others. Fight for your freedom. Fight for your freedom. That is the ultimate goal. When you get your freedom, everything will add to it. This is a message of hope, a message of solidarity to our brothers and sisters in the coastal regions of Biafra land. We must stand in solidarity with our brother. Justice, when denied, affects every one of us. And that is why we must not waver. IPOB must stand in solidarity with all our brothers, despite all the ideological differences. But we must also recognize that our enemies are not sleeping. They are in Biafra land. and they are taking territories. They are daily assuming control of things that brought us together. And woe betide anybody who will sabotage the effort of Biafrans. I will take one or two more calls. I don't know why these calls are coming at this particular point in time. I will take it, and after that we will of course begin to descend, and I hope that your line is stable. Can you hear me? Good evening from here. Welcome to the program. That is the problem. You're calling on messenger and your line is not stable. Caller on the phone. I'll take this one more call and we call it a night. Good evening from
sir.
here. Welcome to the program.
My deputy.
Yes, sir. Welcome to
I
the
really
program. Go ahead,
appreciate what
please.
Yeah, my name is Mazi Ike Okoye. I'm from Ibuku. Ibuku is in Anambra, Japan land. Where I'm taking all the way from Aba. My deputy.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
You believe me that I travel from Aba to one village to at the River State. Believe me. One of our boys that are serving in Nigerian army, Nduku by name, from Omuwaka in Eberiomuma. That boy was buried yesterday. A captain in Nigerian army, a boy of 30-something years. They just killed this boy on
They slaughtered him. They allow Boko Haram to slaughter him. Because Boko Haram is the standing army of the northern part of the zoo called the Fulanis. Let nobody deceive you. The people you are seeing now saying that they are Nigerian army are actually Biafrans. They want to use these guys to destroy our people. They are gradually taking the most brilliant, the most strongest of our people among the youths to go and fight Boko Haram. Why they send their own people in Biafra land? They give Boko Haram every sophisticated weapons of warfare, and they take away the weapon that our people will use to fight them. In the process, they slaughter them. After slaughtering them, they will come back and recruit more and send them. And our people are jubilating, and they don't know about all these things. Truth about it is that the zoo, there's nothing like Nigerian army now. All of them are on the camp of Boko Haram. Boko Haram is the standing army of Fulanis. Simple as that. Fulani herdsmen as well. They know what they are doing.
Right. So, my deputy, please, can you permit me to talk to Jibril? Mr. Jibril, your name is Jibril, and you are jubilating. I want to tell you one thing. I click how many Biafrans has been killed because of you. And those that are not announced, but you know the one that has been announced. One was killed in your country, and one was killed, two was killed in Nigeria. The last one is Alex Bade. You know that it's because of you that man was assassinated. I want to tell you one thing, Mr. Jibril. Look, go and ask elders. Any head that is baked coconut can never ever live to eat that coconut. Now, the cabal are not using you. I promise you, you can never export it free. As they kill other peoples because of you, so they will kill you because they really want to bury truth. Because one day you must supposed to tell the truth. That is why they must kill you. So you are saying there, let me tell you, you are just enjoy your funeral alive and nothing more. And nothing more. Now I'm coming to Biafran land. My fellow Biafrans, listen very carefully. Most especially those that are in a civil servant. Can you imagine chicken money 30,000 naira that Nigerian government can be able to pay you for as your wage? But those people that are now debating to pay you 25 to 27, how much are their weekend, what they call it, weekend bonus? Those common bonus, not their basic bonus. How much is their weekend bonus? Or their wife and their children go to different markets and their own are going to different markets. We all are selling the same market. Now, how much is a bag of rice here in Nigeria today? They're betting to pay you to sell it. And what you should tell me most that when you people will organize to do some protest or something like that, your leaders will go behind and take a bribe and ask you to continue, and you continue. This is an opportunity for you to boycott every boycottable election. That is who go the number well for you to act. Let me tell you, if you need this opportunity, I don't think we Biafrans will not follow you to suffer, because our destination has been assured. Then coming to my own town, I'm from Ibuku. Ibuku people, as I told you the other day, wake up. Wake up, because I know the role Ibuku played during the Nigerian Biafran war. Ibuku played a very big role there. Wake up. Wait for your slumber. My deputy, this is all I can say this night. Thank you very much, my deputy.
Thank you very much, and God bless you. And this is where we'll be ending this program. We thank you, eminent Biafrans, for having participated. We also appreciate the presence of the Most High God in our midst. We indeed continue to implore Him to continue to reign, to continue to revive us, and more importantly, may He give us every enablement to restore Biafra. From me, from here, this is Social Chamber 4 at this particular point in time, sign off. Thank you very much. Good night and God bless.
indigenous broadcaster, truly and genuinely championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. This is Radio Biafra, RBL, the first, the best.